Hey everyone!
Welcome.
But first, before we get it on to this,
Something that's probably quite off topic, but
this is an amazing achievement for me.
look at what he obtained.
And just yesterday. I know it might not seem like much.
This was so hard to get a hold of.
We got Super Smash.
Let me step behind you, so you can turn to the TV.
This is
It's
super.
on right now. He's grinding from Mewtwo.
Yep, and speaking of Mewtwo, welcome to what we hyped up since September, the Pokemarathon. Reborn! Yeah, these were probably the best videos we made last year. These videos, our 7 days of Pokemon videos were probably the best as from last year.
Objectively.
We put out a lot of effort into it. It tried to give the game. This time, we aren't doing doing just a specific schedule. This time, we're doing the main, not just the main series, but starting with Gen 3.
Spin-off games!
Yeah,
Well, Gen 1 can have spin-off games,
well,
too.
games we played.
We're only doing games we played, so that includes the original Pokemon Pinball, all of the Ranger games, and most of the Mystery Dungeon games.
3 out of 4, or
most of the Mystery
4 out
Dungeon
of 5 Mystery Dungeon
in games, with the exception
in a Dungeon 2.
4. There's Dungeon 1, Gates to Infinity, and Super. What 4 out of 5?
No shit. We're doing 3 out of 4, or the Mystery Dungeon games.
Yes, I heard all sorts of good things about the Explorers games,
the Explorers trilogy.
but unfortunately I've never been able to get my hands on one of them.
And Mom doesn't buy DS games. Plus, they're kind of expensive.
My Gates to Infinity review is going to be kind of a mini review since I haven't finished that game.
He's barely played it, and you don't really think highly of it. Okay, but
and last but not least, my original Ranger review, my Rescue Team review, isn't going to be that in-depth since it's been quite a while since I've done a playthrough of the game.
it's mostly just going to be nostalgic talking. I know people don't like that word when it comes to a series like Pokemon.
But
we are 6-year fans of the series. And
no one could probably say that he's been with this series for half of his entire life.
Yeah, I have. Okay, so let's begin with the one that started at
Pokemon Red and Blue.
A separate video on Yellow will come later today. Now let's
differences.
start with what we usually do: the development in history. Growing up a young boy named Satoshi Tajiri, he loved to hang out in the forest with his friend and was collecting bugs and pitting them in fights. By the time the 80s rolled around, he became obsessed with. He grew to like video games so much that they let him people at an arcade. Someone at an arcade. They let him take home a Galaga cabinet. Is that crazy?
Wow.
Then in 1990, then in the late 80s, he met with another well-known guy I associate with Pokemon. The one you know for art, Ken Sugimori. Together, the two who made a small magazine known as Game Freak. By then, however, Tajiri wanted to get into the gaming industry. Him and Sugimori, he began work on a small game called Capsule Monsters in 1990. This was the early days of Pokemon. Hell, a trademark name aimed for a little someone, and was
certain little and tiny peak ink mythical Pokemon have been already coined at that point.
Development was rocky. Game Freak almost they assembled a team, and Game Freak almost went bankrupt. Yeah, think of that.
But by the time the game was finished,
Pokemon Red and Green were finished.
They were expecting their financial or investments to be all for nothing. But to their surprise, the game sold incredibly.
I don't have exact numbers for at the time, but I'm assuming they sold well. Then, however, they were afraid it would be for America wasn't that. RPGs weren't that popular in America at the time, and so it took 2 years just to localize the game.
Yeah.
And to what we now is today, Pokemon Red and Blue. Ooh, and the games, they're in the top 10 and a best-selling games of games with nearly 50 million units.
So that alone could tell you how successful the franchise started out.
The game, I'm assuming that you would probably be playing the games either on an emulator or on the virtual console. Let's assume you're playing on the virtual console,
since that's how Noah experienced the game.
Well,
aside from
a shitty site we don't talk about
called PlayR,
our
buggy account save feature. That deletes and or corrupts files all the time.
Game Boy Color files, to be specific.
But, yeah. Let's just say Noah's first true, genuine experience with the game was on the virtual console.
Until last August. So, the game... So, after watching in an intro, you're greeted to the... Well, okay, before we let's lay down on how our review scores will work. For one, we'll be rating every important thing. However, that will not go to the score, or the overall score, or gameplay score.
Yeah, we will be rating a few different types of Pokemon. Specifically,
Legendaries and starters.
Legendaries, starters, Pikachu clones, and pseudo-legendaries, and Pokemon that were heavily promoted.
So, and for trainers, oh boy, this is a...
We're going to be rating
Team
Leaders, Team Ears, Team Admins, OB4 members, the Champion, the Professor, Rivals, and any other important character that doesn't fit into these criteria.
So, you're met with the ever so iconic theme, alongside what's all too familiar by now. The good old Professor Oak. Professor Samuel Oak, a researcher, a guy who studied these Pokemon.
For a living.
Ian is nearly 60 is 60 years old.
Yeah. Fucking 60, shit.
He gets it. He asks you what's your name. And by the way, in Gen 1, there was only a male option.
Yeah. So the are you a boy or are you a girl question didn't come up until Gen 2.
So, I mean, well, you're probably wondering, what do we actually think about Daddy, in good old Oak. Well, I mean, aside from him being a total shithead and neglecting
anything right, I didn't neglect stuff.
He's very memorable.
He probably laid the baseline for the franchise as Professor as a whole. Acting as a solid middle ground on the judge future professors on.
I'd give him an 8.
8.
Yeah. Then your ever so iconic protagonist.
Red.
Yeah, that's another thing we'd rate.
We also reign in the player character.
Red, the iconic Mute, got to start here.
And is quite apparently the most reoccurring protagonist in the series.
He's appeared in almost in every generation except...
He's appeared in every generation with the exception of Gen 6.
Yes, we count remake.
Yes, we're counting remakes, and we're counting remakes.
So
Red...
okay.
Stop now. Okay. Yeah, okay. 10 out of 10?
Yeah, Red gets a 10.
I'll give him a 9. Yeah,
so 9.5.
9.5 for Red.
Okay. So, and then the very infamous, this is my grandson. He's been your rival since you were a baby. That's an error. Or the manual says he was your childhood friend.
And then you recently became rivals.
This cocky asshole, is Blue. Yeah, I know you guys would, guys most likely, the spiky-haired douchebag egg is Gary.
He's from the anime.
But no, his name is Blue. And well, what can I say? He's one of the few, he's one of the two rivals.
To change design.
And actually, according to everyone,
according to most people, feel like a rival.
Intimidate. He's imposing. Always in your way. Loves to make
fun of you. Clashes with your ideals and shows up at random times to show. I'll just keep you on your track.
I really get a kick out of Blue's personality.
He is a jackass, which makes you.
That's when I love him.
Which makes you even more satisfied to beat the shit out of him. Den.
Yeah.
I just said den, but pretend I said 10.
and then your journey starts in Pallet Town as you are playing on a SNES, and you gotta go. Your mom doesn't even give a shit, give a single fuck the young Eve to get yourself killed, to risk your life. As you walk out, you're greeted by Mr. Oaken, the good professor himself. Tells you it's dangerous. Also, for all you glitch itch enthusiasts, if you manage to get an NPC into the grass as in front of you, you can
trigger a pretty funny
and game breaking
pointless glitch.
It's game breaking.
It kind of soft locks the game. But
and why? Okay, so
why would you do this? Let me just describe this glitch.
Oak can because
there's an NPC in the way. He moves to the side
and causing you to move
over, causing you
to run into the lab and slam your face on the window.
Causing him to try to lead you into the lab, but instead he simply slams you into the window and leaves you there, unable to move from that spot.
And then you're the actual way you walk in and Blue and good old douchebag here.
Good old douchebag Oak.
Oak as he's tired and wants a He's tired of waiting and wants a Pokemon. Oak tells him to be patient. Explains how there were only 3 left. There are only 3 starters left. Now. And then you head off. And
after you pick your starter, you fight Blue, and then you fight douchebag Blue, and you.
And now another part. Rate the starters.
Let's go over them.
Charmander.
So I'm not sure how should we rate each stage, or should we rate the line?
The line.
Okay, so
Charmander. The one most people would choose since it's right on the front.
Since it's right front and center, and who didn't want to have a baby fire breathing dragon?
Alex fucking loves Charmander.
I love Charmander.
whether it be the portrayal in the anime, its design and an evolution in early stages.
I just have a soft spot for the Charmander line. Charmander is adorable, Charmeleon is cool, and Charizard's just fucking badass.
Charizard is a bit of a guilt trip for me.
Considering how many OCs he's created that have a Charizard. And yes, when he creates OCs, he usually does a playthrough on a ROM hack.
Sort of. Sometimes. Usually not a full playthrough.
But let's just say he's done quite a few playthroughs on the Pokemon Creepy Black ROM hack. Well, there he has picked a Charmander.
Or only once.
So you're rating for the Charmander line?
Well, I know what yours is.
Mine is a 10.
Well, I'll give it a 7.
Huh, okay, so that's an 8.5 on Charmander.
Yep.
So, next, let's go...
Bulbasaur.
It's Bulbasaur.
Probably
considered by many to be the underdog of the starters, given how
a majority of people
underappreciated this one.
This thing is actually your key to victory.
It's the gym.
I honestly, you don't really care much. You don't care much for Bulbasaur. Or I've only used it in a fraction of times I picked it. A fraction of times I picked Squirtle or Charmander.
What's your rating?
I'd honestly say a 6.
Okay. Well,
you don't.
I chose Bulbasaur. I've only personally picked Bulbasaur once in a Pokemon X playthrough.
Why?
Yeah, Pokemon Y playthrough. I can probably say Bulbasaur doesn't get enough appreciation. And sure, it has a few weak points. Like the fact that it's the only starter that can be readily countered by psychic types, and being weak to both of the of the starter it's weak to. What do you give it? This guy can really get the job done, especially Ian Kanto way through. Yeah. So I give also a solid 9.
So that would
7.5.
So that afterwards you set out on your.
Wait.
What?
We forgot a starter.
Oh wait, my personal favorite starter or Squirtle. It's starter favorite Kanto starter Squirtle.
Now let's clear up a misconception. It's not Squirrel Turtle. Even because the tail looks like a squirrel, it loses that squirrel-like pattern when it evolves.
Well, in the Blastoise.
It evolves into Blastoise. It no longer looks anything like a squirrel, so please stop saying it's a Squirrel Turtle. It's clearly a combination of the word squirt, like a squirt gun, and turtle.
Okay. Squirtle's actually used a lot for speedrunners, or speedrunning.
And given how many required battles it can make quick work of.
And most caves.
Yeah, and the fact that Squirtle is the best choice for dealing with the onslaught of Geodudes and Zubats in many caves.
Overall, I fucking love Squirtle. Don't take that like that.
So, your rating?
10.
I think Squirtle's awesome.
Now, well, I know. Oh, I am aware. We are aware that there's actually one more starter, but save that for.
We're saving that for our next video.
For the yellow league.
We're giving that Pokemon a rating in this video too.
Oh, so afterwards, you make your way to. You set out on Viridian into Viridian City.
Yeah, well, I didn't get my rating for Squirtle.
Oh, what was it?
Squirtle gets 10.
Okay.
Actually, I changed my Bulbasaur rating to a 10. All the cancer stars get a 10.
Yeah.
So that's an 8 for Bulbasaur now. And Squirtle gets a 10.
Yeah. I'm shocked you like all the camp.
I love all the Kanto stars.
Yeah. Okay, so then, okay. Then you head off to Viridian City. Go to the, you try and proceed onward, but there's an old man who's too drunk on, yes.
In the Japanese version, he's drunk. In the English version, they just use the
I'm gonna go off of the Japanese version.
Since that one's close to the original developer's vision. So, and that means that, yes, there is a drunk old man in this children's. And that you need to wait to move.
And so, how do you do it? Go to the Pokemart. You think you're gonna go a place where you can go buy items.
Not buy items yet.
You gotta deliver Oak's fucking parcel. What a lazy douche. Wish you can't.
And go pick up his own box.
Because he doesn't have any. But he doesn't. Never mind.
Any Pokemon. No, never mind.
More on that later. Then you get the Pokedex. Oak tasks you to complete it because that was his. He had a dream of discovering all Pokemon.
His quest for you is to catch them all.
All 151.
Even though you can only catch 150 without glitching the game.
And more on that later. More on the glitches part. Okay. More on that later. Then you kind of just it's up. And then you walk into Viridian Forest. It's after finding out the gym in Viridian and it's closed. It was because the leader mysteriously vanished.
So you can't really do much in Viridian City.
So you gotta, after having an optional fight with Blue, make your way to Viridian Forest.
But wait, there's two Pokemon we forgot to cover that are very crucial Pokemon on in terms of the game.
Okay.
They're very crucial Pokemon to any Pokemon game. Four Pokemon.
Four?
The Oso Company's Early Rodent, Early Bird, and Early Bud.
Yeah. The early rodent.
The Early Rodent, and it's the classic Rattata.
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 It's Rattata.
Rattata. Classic Rattata.
That's how we've said it. So, Rattata is,
Eradicate's adorable.
Pokemon Go players I'd hate on this.
Just because of how common it was before patches released, right?
Right? It goes right down the middle.
I think it was an 8.
I'd say 5.
So that's a 6.5.
The game, this thing isn't even useful in terms of HMs.
So
the early bird. Pidgey.
You're
actually
Pokemon.
2.
2 early birds. You're not a true Pokemon fan unless you know something about the Pidgeymon.
You aren't a true fan.
Until you know something about the Pidgey.
I know I shouldn't be using that phrase, but
seriously, what kind of Pokemon fan doesn't know who? Well, if you want to play Black and White,
okay, yeah.
Then I guess technically.
I think we get it.
You get the point.
That's besides the point. That's besides the point. Pidgey is fucking awesome. And there's another guilt trip from me.
He uses Pidgeot way too much. Probably more than he's used Charizard.
Way more.
Yeah. Yeah, you can bet if he's having trouble deciding on a team member,
I'll just
Pidgey available, he's gonna throw Pidgeot on there.
On my current gold playthrough.
He has a really awesome Pidgeot named Wendy.
Yeah, I usually have one. Usually I catch one here and name it Hi. I don't know why.
Hey, you rhymed.
Yeah, shut up. Or Alex is preferred Pidgeot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
It shares the. I guess it shares a name with a Mario and Luigi enemy, or actually really originating Mario 2.
Okay, and that's how Pidgeot's name's pronounced.
It's supposed to be pronounced
Pidgeot.
Pidgeot.
Okay, and I really like Pidgeot.
Yeah. 10 out of 10. Awesome Pokemon.
And if you don't want to, you want to have a more varied.
If you want to have a more specialized Pokemon,
you go for what I actually choose for Gen 1.
On playthroughs.
Fearow.
This dopey looking bird.
This angry
dopey yet angry looking bird is quite the force to be reckoned with.
I mean, first off, unlike Pidgey, it's a move right off. It's a stab move right off the bat.
In form of Peck.
Which is actually much better than Gust. It wasn't even a flying type move in Gen 1.
Strangely enough.
Weird.
So,
Pidgeot. No, Fearow. I fucking love this thing. You ever? I have various Fearows named Durga.
Don't ask why he chose the name Durga.
I
don't know. He doesn't know. Neither of us know why he named Fearow Durga.
Yeah.
Can't explain that. And even weirder is the spelling Durga.
I don't know why it just stuck.
And that's kind of what he calls Fearows now.
Yeah. 10.
I'll give it an 8.
Okay.
I'm not personally a huge fan of Fearow, but it certainly does have its merits.
Yeah. So that's total.
That's a 9.
Okay. Then the other category. The
bugs.
Well, bug types were fucking horrible
in Generation 1.
But not very good moves. Low damage moves. Pin missile. All you had was pin missile.
But
but
outside of talking about the bug typing in general, how well do these bug Pokemon handle the type so far?
Well, there's Butterfree.
Yeah, you have two options. Both of them are available on either version, but but depending on your version, one of them is
a 1%
way more common than the other.
Yeah.
The other being a 1% encounter.
Red, you'll find and a Caterpie.
In red, you'll find I almost always find Caterpie. In blue, you'll almost always find Weedle.
It's a 1% chance.
The opposite one being in a 1% chance.
So.
With one of the most iconic Pokemon on Gen 1. Butterfree. Starts out as a little Caterpie, evolves into Metapod.
The butt of all oats of the fandom.
And then it blossoms into
Butterfree, which is probably the recommended if you chose Charmander.
Since Butterfree gets confusion with the old Brock.
Yeah, I know it's not super effective, but it's enough.
Mm-hmm.
But it's enough to deal with it. And either alternatively, you could catch a Nidoran and a Mankey.
Well, it takes quite a while for those guys to learn anything good.
Well, Nidoran gets double kick. Like around level 10.
And then Caterpie gains experience faster and gets confusion at about the same level.
Yeah, true. So, Butterfree, oh, by the way, in Alex's Pokemon Moon Run,
I caught a random shiny Caterpie. I named her Pumpkin, and I made sure to evolve her.
Funny thing is, I found two shinies.
Being a Paris and a
Barboach.
And a Barboach.
Yeah, okay, that's not what this is about.
This isn't about shiny bragging. Shinies weren't even in Gen 1.
Yeah. Okay, so I'd give Butterfree a 7.
Yeah. I give Butterfree a 7.
It's useful for
early game, but late game it kind of falls down. I'll give it an 8.
Yeah.
It's a 7.5 for Butterfree.
Then, the one who gets screwed over or more, or
only turned just a few heads when Gen 6 rolled around.
Not very much.
And got a bit more recognition when ORAS came along. Many years later.
Yeah. When
ORAS came along a decade and a half later.
Yeah. Beedrill. Oh boy, this thing.
First off,
stinks.
having the poison type doesn't help it.
It's a late game, if you're for some reason still using one. And oh boy, have fun dealing with psychic types.
Yep. You all heard horror stories about how powerful psychic types are?
Well,
how about you pair a Pokemon that's weak? How about you take a bug type, right, which is already a bad type, and give it a poison type, which makes it weak to psychic.
And Bug was the only counter to Psychic.
Due to, I think, an error in the programming.
And Ghost was supposed to be super effective.
But Psychic's immune to it?
Yeah, for some reason.
Psychic is immune to Ghost.
And the only Ghost types are...
so also Poison type, which is weak to Psychic.
That's bad. Mm-hmm. Oh, Beedrill. Oh, boy, this thing kind of blows.
Mm-hmm.
It was 6.
Mm-hmm. I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8. I'll admit.
Probably for the design.
I'll admit, I think Beedrill's cool, and I have a personal soft spot for the Pokemon.
Oh, we're already 30 minutes into the video.
So that gives Beedrill a solid 7.
Yeah, we're already half an hour into the video.
Yeah.
And finally, moving on to Viridian Forest.
Yeah. It's a mascot of Generation 1.
Or the entire series.
And soon enough, the entire series as a whole.
Or Pikachu.
Oh
boy. Boy, that Pikachu.
Since this isn't going to be a documentary on the history of Pikachu, let's just go over the basics.
Well, first off,
You know about this little guy.
Pikachu's an electric type, an electric mount. Its evolution has something to do with Indian elephants.
And it's both cute, and it's the perfect balance of cute and cool to sell the game, and it's to both boys and girls.
I've actually used I mostly use Pikachu. I mostly use a Raichu for my playthroughs.
And in later games, he uses just a straight up Pikachu due to the fact that due to all the special bonuses, is the Game Freak decided to
Light Ball, Volt Tackle.
Due to its signature move, Volt Tackle, and the likes of the Light Ball, which double its attack and special attack.
Light Ball plus Volt Tackle, deadly. And the braggy little fuck Uxline got 3 Z moves.
Yes, 2 Z moves exclusive to Pikachu, and 1 Z move exclusive to Alolan Raichu. Can't tell any Raichu gets nothing. Sad face.
Okay, but either way, Pikachu, it'll call almost cliche.
10 out of 10. Pikachu's a solid design.
It's
just a memorable Pokemon.
It became the mascot thanks to the anime.
I'm pretty sure it was considered the mascot a little before the anime.
Yeah.
But the anime was really cemented as the ace of the series.
Yeah. So then you finally move on to you make it out of the dreaded forest.
It's Computer City.
The gray town.
Yep.
And it's relative. It's got a museum where you can't do much
At the moment, or ever.
Well, aside from getting old.
Aside from getting the old amber, which allows you to obtain Aerodactyl.
Well, but that's not till. Yeah, that's not till when you get cut.
I guess we're also raiding fossil Pokemon.
Yep. Okay. And upon trying to leave, you come across the guy that brings you to the gym. A guy that brings you to the gym.
If you're not, and if you try to leave the town before battling Brock.
Okay, and well, oh boy, depending on if you chose Charmander, have fun.
You're almost required to catch a meteor in a Caterpie.
This, you will get fucked.
On the other hand, if you picked either of the other starters,
especially Bulbasaur.
If you picked any of the other starters, especially Bulbasaur, this gym is pathetic.
Yeah, actually both are good.
Yeah,
they both Brock uses rocking ground types.
Yes, because both of his Pokemon on a dual or rock and ground.
Oh, and then since rock and ground are both weak
to water and grass.
Yeah,
this is where I'm going.
Overall, now for the gym leader part, or the first part with the gym leader rating. Brock I know, I'll use my trusty frying pan as a drying pan.
Probably the most meme-worthy human character in the Pokemon franchise.
Donut, jelly-filled
donuts. Jelly-filled are my favorites. Nothing beats a good jelly-filled donut. It's up a rice ball.
Yeah, that was a weird change in America.
Yeah.
Japan, American, don't, rice ball, people don't, rice balls are a Japanese snack.
If you didn't know.
And they didn't, for some reason, change it to donuts. But overall, Brock is really memorable. And plus, he's shirtless in red and blue.
Which is admittedly really fun.
Alex likes shirtless men.
Tell him something they didn't know. 10 out of 10.
Brock solid.
He's Brock solid.
Then, upon moving on, you go through Mount Moon, and
now, this Pokemon wasn't exactly heavily advertised, but it's gained enough of a following in the fandom to deserve a section here.
Oh, Zubat, you really sucked in Gen 1.
In Gen 1, the Zubat line had nothing going for it.
Alright, other than being that annoying eating Pokemon you run into every minute.
Sure, Golbat, sure, if you were lucky enough to not fight someone with a Psychic type, Golbat was a pretty decent choice for a team member, but it wasn't anything special.
And Zubat's not special here. Just an annoyance.
In Gen 2, we'll go into further depth on this Pokemon.
5.
For now, a 5. I'll give it a 7, since I'm generally a bit more generous in high school, so that gives Zubat a 6.
Still not. It's okay.
It's tolerable. It's usable.
And then you upon that, you fight it. You come across a group of men in black. A group of men in black in some fucking cave in the fucking cave. These guys ain't just your ordinary weirdos. These are the villain or the antagonists of this story.
Yeah.
The very minimalistic one.
Team Rocket.
Oh, these guys are everywhere. Even appearing in recent generations.
But we're not exactly going to go into detail on Team Rocket, its involvement in future gens.
They don't really do much. Team Rocket, really doesn't do much. All they do is take over facilities take over, run a game corner, take over, or a graveyard, or take over a graveyard and try and rule over a business. Try and conquer the business. Yeah, these guys aren't very menacing.
They're classic, but they're not really.
Want to see what Team Rocket? Want to see what Team Rocket really is? Go watch the anime.
Jesse and James are classic characters.
Well, more on that. And in the next, in the yellow video.
The anime, the obligatory anime tie-in game before the anime came out.
After.
Yeah, the obligatory anime tie-in
game. Team Rocket's alright.
I'll give him a 7.
Same. Then you move on to Cerulean City. You fight a douchebag again. A good old dick face. Ace. Correct. Meet Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill
Nye the Science Guy.
Okay.
Bill Nye the Computer Guy.
Yeah, Bill, a guy who turned himself into a Pokemon.
And somehow, probably started a League of Transformation fetishes.
Shut up, you didn't need to say that.
Yeah, here he is.
That's Bill ain't the main attraction here. We another character, this Gym Leader number 2. Once again, if you pick Charmander, you're fucked. Misty, the Cerulean Gym Leader, also famous from the anime. Typical, she's stubborn and hot-headed, always arguing with Ash. Typical woman. Yes, I did just quote that satanic.
That Pokemon is satanic.
It means hail 3 fingers. That means 3 fingers. It means hail Satan. Mew, M-E-U.
Mew, M-E-U.
Say aw. See, I knew you wanted to do that.
Yeah, I knew you wanted to do that.
Okay, but either way, Misty is a fan favorite among many. Thanks to the anime. And for being a bit of a difficulty spike, I can regard, even if you didn't choose Charmander, that Starmie will kick your ass. Yeah. Thanks having confusion. I know that's not much, but it's a psychic type.
Yeah. And guess what? And Bulbasaur, the starter who's strong against Misty, is weak to psychic moves.
Yeah. But thanks. I think. Okay. I'd give Misty a 10.
Yeah. Classic character.
Now, moving on. Moving on. You head through. Your only option. Moving on. You gotta head down under Vermilion City. A small town. By the way, Vermilion is actually the Vermilion color is red and not yellow. So you reach each Vermilion City, a board or the SSN, or if you don't want to do that, you can just you can just trade with someone, trade a Pokemon that has cut from someone. Correct.
Yeah.
Go through one of the most fuck you one of the most fuck you gym puzzles in the game.
Yeah.
And Lieutenant Surge's trash can and puzzle is notorious.
Oh, it's notorious.
You gotta find the switch. Find a switch. It's in a trash can, and which takes way too long. Luckily, one of the trainers gives you advice. The one on the right, usually when you find one switch, it should usually be near. The second one will be right near it. Yeah. And you meet the Lightning American, and Lieutenant Surge.
Lieutenant Surge.
Well, if you caught a Doug Trio, or like me, a Doug Trio. Oh boy. No, he's a fucking joke. He has a Pikachu, Voltorb, and Raichu.
Yeah.
But yep.
Granted, they do have normal motors.
Still. 3 gigs and you'll take it out.
3 gigs and Gym Battle's yours.
So, but what do we think of Lieutenant Surge?
He's a pretty memorable character, in my opinion.
Urcher is a blatantly looks like Guile from Street Fighter.
Which straight up made me believe they were the same character when I was younger.
Guile's theme goes with everything. Okay, so
you ready?
I give him a 10.
I'll give him a 9.
So 9.5.
9.5.
Then this is kind of where the game starts to drag. You gotta catch 10 Pokemon on it. Go teach someone cut. Teach someone cut, and then go through Diglett's cave and take a shortcut to some random house, and then you get the H-Emperor Flash, and then then you gotta make your way through Cerulean City, go to Route 10, go through Rock Tunnel, go through Fuck You Tunnel. Seriously, if you don't have Flash, this place is unbeatable.
Yeah.
Oh God. After that, you make it to, this meme, it's dead, guys.
It's dead.
I'm over it. The meme is dead. And the creepiness factor is gone. Lavender Town. The home of the dead. Some little girl tells you, asks if you believe in ghosts. No, it's not real. What the fuck? And it's kind of there. And it's sort of there.
No, you can't see the ghost.
So you gotta go all the way to Celadon City, and this is where you can pick up. If you go to the condominium, no, an Eevee. Hey, are we gonna give Eevee?
Yeah, Eevee.
Eevee, this thing, basically an alternative to Pikachu. It has an appeal to both genders.
It as traditional or gender appeal for both sides.
I'd say it has 3 evolutions. This was a big deal in the back then. This was a big deal with Gen 1, and since before or late in Gen 2 and onward started introducing split evolutions that most of the time didn't even make sense. What do you think?
But Eevee's a Pokemon that can evolve into many different Pokemon. Only 3 as of Gen 1. But that number continues to grow.
Up to 8.
Yeah, it grows up to 8 throughout the series.
So, what do you think of Eevee itself?
Eevee is adorable. Look at this little ball of fur.
Why would you not want one? Well, I'd give it a 10.
But here's you. And what about the evolution?
Or is the punt, or the
first fandom, later official term, Eeveelution.
And Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon. What? Okay.
Anyways.
Okay. Jolteon.
The electric evolution.
In his incredibly super fat ass can really give you a shock. Yeah, no pun intended. However, it kind of falls flat with its only good attacks are Double Kick and Thunder. I have one of every evolution, and this one is Jolts. I'd give it a. By the way, these guys actually evolve with what you can the things you can buy it. Things you can buy in the department store or Evolution Stones. But as for Jolteon, I'd give it a 7. And Vaporeon, I actually used for a while. I used to have for a while. Since I never picked before I went on picking Squirtle. Correct.
Yeah.
And it was useful, I guess.
What did it just?
7.
Oh, I gave you 7.
I did.
What I rate?
I don't know.
9.
Also, there's nothing dog-like about this thing at all. It's a fucking fish.
Yeah. This is a good old fish. Stop it. It's a frog. A dish. A dish.
No. It's a fish.
Fix or Fosh. Fish fox. Fosh fix.
I'd give Vaporeon an 8.
Yeah, I'll give Vaporeon an 8 as well.
And now this one, very controversial opinion.
I'll hate this one for one reason or another. Either for fandom reasons or for competitive reasons.
Like I said, I probably haven't said this before, but I don't give 2 dicks of the meta, not one bit. It usually trashes on normally good Pokemon.
On normally good and convenient Pokemon on the actual.
It shits on just how it shits on Flareon. It shits on Flareon for being too slow or not having a very good move pool.
Well, guess what? In one of Noah's
When I Pokemon X run, I actually used one.
It was pretty dang good.
Even though it had it had Lava Plume and Rock Smash, believe it or not.
Yeah, even though the moveset was a little less than traditional. Flareon was one of his better team members.
And plus, look at this fucking design.
So cute and fluffy. You ready for Flareon?
10.
10.
Yeah, I know. Call me the unpopular guy.
Same here.
Almost.
I'm just... Believe it or not, Flareon is my favorite evolution.
And then, here comes upon heading to the Celadon Gym. Oh, the gym of weed. The gym with weed.
Yeah.
Eating a pervert outside. And with a huge pervert outside. Yeah, this gym's great. It's full of women. No. Okay. But here's what Alex said is personal favorite, one of his favorite gym leaders.
Who's Erica?
A grass S-type, the grass S special is to, unfortunately, you'll probably have one thing or the other to count on her typings.
Whether you have whether you have a Pidgeot, Charizard, or Alakazam, Erica's not going to put up much of a challenge.
Yeah, that's true. And also, Alex came up with the headcanon.
Erica and Morty are both stoners. Morty being a challenge. That's the
So I know what you're going to give Erica.
10.
I personally say a 7.
Okay, so that's a...
And in the anime, Erica made Ash fucking cross-dress.
Oh, right.
As the ever so infamous counterpart. It's
actually...
the less we talk about it, the better.
Yeah, the less we talk about Erica's anime, we debut, the better. So that's...
Okay. Moving on, you break through, Giovanni, break through the game corner, and remember how I said Ed Team Rocket itself wasn't that all that interesting? And, well, here you go. You meet their leader, or this point, Giovanni, who's more interesting, more of an interesting character, or than the team itself.
Probably more interesting than the other.
His medicine has many different interpretation.
And across canons, and is a very has a mysterious motive, and is overall a memorable build.
I give him a 10.
I give him a 10 too.
Oh, shocking in
that a team as dull as Team Rocket could have such an awesome leader.
Okay. And so then you meet. And so, then, actually, what I didn't mention, these three gyms can be taken on in any order. That's right. Erica, Koga.
Now we're going by the badge order, so...
So, next up, you head to Fuchsia City. There are two ways. You do the long and tedious way of Silent Bridge.
Which is better if you want to train.
But, oh boy, it's a slog. And after you get the Pokeflute from Mr. Fuji, you can either way you can wake up this goddamn Snorlax. No, I don't really need to go into a rating.
I do.
So Snorlax. Well, this thing has been reoccurring. Is one of the most reoccurring in obstacles.
And probably one of the series' mainstays.
Even it got its own Z move. Unless we really like Snorlax.
Snorlax is classic.
10?
10.
Yeah. Plus I had, yeah.
Plus, Douglas Snorlax and Pokemon, so it might have a little something to do with it.
It might just be a little personal. What?
Anyway. Aside from Noah sticking balls on his nipples. Alright.
We're already an hour into this. You make your way down to. I'd assume you take Cycling Road. Oh, it's shorter and you can avoid almost all battles.
To be completely honest, neither of us have ever taken Silent Ridge.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you're gonna have to look at other commentaries for that one.
And Silent Bridge blows. Cycling Bridge, it is quicker, and you won't have to worry about battling much. And then you make your way to Fuchsia City, home to, well, not just Gym Leader number 5, but the last 2 HMs in the game. And where are they? A fan favorite feature in the game, or in the series, the Safari Zone.
Well, it was only there in its quote-unquote purest form until Gen 4. This is a home where
this is a place where you have 5 minutes for $500.
And how many steps?
500 steps.
5 minutes, $500 Pokédollars, 500 steps, and 30 Safari Balls.
And the Safari Balls.
With all your Pokemon confiscated.
And the Safari Balls are a piece of shit.
They're the same catch rate as a regular Pokeball.
And you got, and how do you catch Pokemon here then?
They're rocks and bait. Basically,
bait makes it harder, but less likely to run.
That makes them less likely to run away.
Rocks!
That makes them more likely to run away.
Oh boy, I hate this. Oh boy, this place is a chore. I usually play on an emulator and walk through walls to avoid the barrier.
Did you still encounter Pokemon Safari Zone after you use that?
Yeah.
So you walk through Safari Zone normally?
Yeah. Seriously, I hate the 5 minute. Hate that you only have 5 minutes. It's you gotta find a strategic way to get through here.
Yeah. So.
Here. Correct.
Yeah.
You gotta get the gold teeth for strength and find the secret house of Hidden Earth. And how am I? Okay. Okay. Then you make it to gym for the poison and type specialist, Hoga.
The Toxic Ninja.
This guy, who's actually a total pushover,
especially considering how popular of a choice Alakazam is for a team member, or at least Kadabra if you don't have
I'm not lonely. Alex just never got yellow.
So I was never able to show you
Alakazam.
But he evolves Kadabra into Alakazam.
Yep. And Koga, well, ninja. He's a ninja. I'd use it. It's piss easy. And well, not really much to say.
Yeah.
And he gets a 7.
He gets a 7.
Then you infiltrate after infiltrating Silphco and getting the one of a kind, not really, Master Ball. The thing that can catch any Pokemon without fail. Well, in Gen 1, when it there was a 1 in 255 chance that it can miss. Well, that's rare.
Yeah, other than that.
Yeah.
And you also wasted if you used a trainer.
No, you don't.
Okay, good. And also...
Don't use it wisely.
Just please.
Don't waste it on a Pidgey.
Save it for something.
Oh, we'll go into that at once we're done with...
We'll tell you, later we'll talk about what you should save it for.
We are already an hour into this video, but we haven't even scratched the surface.
So, anyways, next.
Next you fight. Next you meet the ever so the creepy psychic lady Sabrina. Who, if you don't have a Dugtrio with Slash, first off, she uses psychic types, which we already mentioned,
and are basically you press S8 or win button. Basically, a win button.
Yep. And however, she'll be more of a problem when we get to Yellow. Oh, she has a Kadabra, Venomoth, Mr. Mime, and Alakazam.
Yep, this bitch has 4 Pokemon.
But take the fight an obnoxious puzzle aside. I think Sabrina's character is really cool. Psychic, having psychic power, or how even being an actor. It's in Gen 5. Ivan, well, I think we all know, the anime is depiction of Sabrina. Correct? Yeah. A creepy doll.
Oh yeah, I forgot Sabrina is in Darkstar Studios.
Yeah. And let's not forget the anime episode with Sabrina.
And that one she's infamously creepy.
And Ash beat her by... He had to get Haunter to make her... What? Just what?
It's best we don't go into detail.
But I think Sabrina gets a 10 for that. And for... and then you move... Oh, yeah. And then where... So, you have 6 badges, but where do you go now? Oh, remember how you got the Surf HM?
Yeah,
this is... Surf Earth across from Pallet Town. Earth from Pallet Town. On Cinnabar Island. And where if you got chose the Helix or Dome fossil, and have an old Amber,
you'll be able to get, you'll be able to get a fossil Pokemon too. Assuming you don't toss your fossil.
You can't. You can't toss key items.
Okay. Oh, I forgot fossil was a key item.
Yeah. So you get at your fossil. Oh, whether it be let's go over them. Aerodactyl. Oh, fucking awesome! This thing's fucking awesome.
Aerodactyl is. Tell me to do the video. No. Come on, tell me to do the video.
Okay.
It is. Aerodactyl is awesome. And it's probably not more strong than the anime. What'd you say?
Recording a video.
Oh.
Okay. So, Aerodactyl, I say gets a 10. And plus it's fucking powerful as shit. and it's one of the, and I'm pretty sure it's one of the few rock type that doesn't have a 4 time, and it's the only rock type in Gen 1 without a 4 times weakness.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 10.
Yeah. Alright, so next we have, which one first?
Okay, Kabutops. Yeah, Kabutops. Deadly. By the way, did I mention Kabutops had a later Pokedex entry that, what did it bring up?
It drains its prey's fluids. It slugs its prey and drains their fluids in seconds.
What the fuck? This thing's creepy.
But it's also really fucking badass. This is the offensive fossil choice.
Most people don't actually pick Kabuto. And,
wait, you never rated Jaxel.
10.
10. Okay, so Kabuto.
It's a 10. Yeah. I feel like it's a 10 as well. Now,
Omanyte.
The Omanyte line. Praise thy Helix. Praise thy Helix, its fellow viewers. Yes, Omastar. Yes, Lord Helix himself. Who Alex mentioned is a defensive option. Both of them evolve at level 40, and you get them at level 30, at least in Gen 1. In the remakes, you get them at level 5 for some reason.
And that is ridiculous.
Also, here, oh boy, we're gonna get into this one. If you go do this, if you go to Viridian City, talk to the drunk man, and watch him teach you how to catch a Pokemon, fly back to Cinnabar Island and surf on the East Coast, for a while, you'll encounter whatever the fuck this thing is.
Missing.
The signal.
No, we can't really rate this. It's not really supposed to be.
But it's not. Why does it exist? Why does it look like that? Well, the signal stands for missing number. Or it's number listed as Pokemon number 0.
So basically, it takes up a space in all unused entries.
Thing is, Gen 1 was originally going to have 190 Pokemon. However, Earth time constraint and held it back.
So some of them were saved.
So how many of that? So a total of.
Was it less than 4?
A little less than. And
some of them.
A little less than 4.
Around between 20 and 30 were saved for Gen 2, and heck, a few of them, and some of them even saved for Gen 3.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there were a few Gen 3 Pokemon.
No, they were all Gen 2.
Oh, okay, so some Gen 2 Pokemon
So, the signal actually, and why does it form like this? Well, it has something to do with after talking to the old man, it registers your name and his old man, and your aim data goes into the East Coast. But why is this signal so into this? Well, other than false rumors of it crashing your game, that's not true. It can corrupt your Hall of Fame data, which is fucking hilarious. And, most useful of all,
duplicate items.
Duplicate the item in the 6th slot.
Infinite rare candy and Master Ball.
Oh, I did that
the rare candy one's especially. Well, Master Balls are probably a priority, and then rare candies.
The signal doesn't get a rating, since it's technically not a Pokemon.
In the first place.
On just leftover, unused, lost data. Just corrupted data.
It's still really cool.
But upon going to the Pokemon Mansion and learning about some pretty fucked up lore, or about a pink Pokemon, a pink cat that was discovered in I shit you not, one of South America. I ain't making that up.
That's what it says. It was discovered.
As Mew was found. Then then February 6th, Mew gave birth to a being known as Mewtwo.
Yeah.
However, Mewtwo was made. Mewtwo had very vicious tendencies. If you want to hear it, according to the anime, and Mewtwo as an aggression towards humanity, because it's never really explained, but Mewtwo fucking snapped after and wiped out the entire lab out of all people there.
The other aggression towards humanity because it kind of created them for war and then kept them captive.
And in the anime, kind of killed his only friends.
And kept them in container until.
Watch the birth of Mewtwo, or it'll really kick you, punch your gut. If you want to know what I mean. But you actually hear about Mew and Mewtwo in the mansion. Upon finding the secret key, you make it into the gym, and where you need to solve trivia questions.
Yeah, that's not the question now.
TM29 contains Tombstone. Oh no.
There's a Tombstone.
Tombstone. What? What?
No, it doesn't contain Tombstone.
And you meet the scientist himself. When you get through his quiz show. Blaine.
Yeah, sorry, come on, you continue talking.
Blaine, and a fire type specialist.
The second to last team
in the game.
So Blaine is.
He's I have a water or ground type.
Water, ground, robot type.
If you wanna.
Also, you're basically given a Kabuto Almanac.
Or hand.
Which quad resist his attacks, and both of them can easily work for both of Blaine.
But what about Blaine's personality? For one thing, he was actually a scientist.
They're still involved in the creation of Mewtwo.
At least in for the manga interpretation.
And it's still heavily hinted.
That him and Fuji were involved.
Altogether, include the Mewtwo even the game
overall, what do you think about what would you rate Blaine?
I would rate it 10. He's awesome.
Yeah. Same. And you're probably wondering, the first-time player would probably wonder, wait, where do I go now? Oh, I have 7 badges, but I've been to every gym. Go back to Viridian City, go through that gym, and no, it can't be.
Giovanni.
That's right, Giovanni is the final. is the final and toughest, air quotes there, highest going up to a level 50 Rhydon. By the way, is Rhydon Fissure, Horndrill, Fissure and Horndrill. Now that's ridiculous. Yeah, the trio, Nidoking and Nidoqueen. Rhyhorn and Rhydon. We already rated Giovanni, but this even more solid. This just shows he deserves why he deserves that at 10. That's that 10 N rating. And this is where he said where you finally teach him a lesson, and then he decides to disband Team Rocket. However, and vanishes. That's strange. And so that's you're on your way in the Pokemon League.
Before we get into the Elite Four champion, there's a few other things that we forgot to go over.
I mean, we already mentioned we have some legendaries to go over. These don't really. You know, what?
You too.
Okay. These don't really piss me off that much. We'll get into it. There are 5 legendaries total. Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. Articuno, oh boy, the only one in puzzle I'd say can go fuck itself. Steeple Islands. We need to push strength and use strength and push boulder into the water or to block the currents. It's a living nightmare. But Articuno, what about Articuno itself?
Articuno is one majestic bird.
It is. Well, for Gen 1 it was useful. It was well balanced compared to the 3 were well balanced.
Articuno is awesome.
Design wise, it's majestic. I give it a 10.
Yeah, I give it a 10 too.
Then, oh boy, the Thunder God.
Oh, Zapdos.
The most accessible to find. You don't have to go through any. You don't need. The only HM you need is Earth.
Earth to get over the
And etch it.
No puzzles. You just can go and get a short
dungeon. And with fake Pokeball, with fake Voltorbs. And then you come face to face with the Thunderbird. Well, Zapdos is awesome. And do I need to say anything? It's a fucking 10. And Moltres is found in Victory Road. Yeah, later moved to Mount Ember. Later moved to a new area. We'll go over that. We'll go over the remake. It's in Gen 3. Okay. Moltres aka the fucking this turkey, this goddamn turkey, correct? This skinless turkey. Yeah, yeah, I know I do that, but still, the skinless turkey. Damn it. But Moltres is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And it's actually still useful, or today, or even now. Ursan Articuno unfortunately got the shaft. I'd give it a 10. And then you can't exactly obtain this one legitimately. Here's how it works. You have an Abra, use teleport or on a trainer, or fight it.
Go to a trainer that's off screen. Go to a trainer that battles you as soon as they come on screen.
Press start, art.
Hey, come on.
Press start, art, and open up your menu.
Press start, or press the button. Right after pressing the button
and then you
should be in their line of sight with the game pause.
And then the start art menu is.
The start menu,
you can't use the start.
And then either you use your teleport or use an escape route.
The trainer. Then when you walk to the Pokemon Center, you can't use the start art. You can't press start.
Go to two locations.
Or Cerulean Gym, assuming you haven't beaten it. Or a train, or the guy, or someone with or a youngster with a slow O-poke. Okay. After doing that, go use teleport again, and go walk up to Nugget Bridge, and
then go either to Nugget Bridge or the Latimer Town.
Assuming you're doing this early game, and you go up to Nugget Bridge, and your start menu will open up without warning. And then, what the fuck is that? Yeah, Mew is for some reason in a Pokemon. Mew was kind of an inside joke. It wasn't even. Nintendo wasn't even aware of the. And so, it was only something in Game Freak he had. It was only something Game Freak he had. And then, fun fact, you know how at the very beginning of the video I alluded to a certain trademark? That was Mew. Back in 1990. And Mew is broken. It can learn any move.
It catches the transform. I mean, the only thing that did
like I said, it can learn a variety of attacks. That's Mew, and plus, who the fuck doesn't like Mew? And I like cats. That's how I named mine Vinny. You get the fucking 10.
Yeah, 10.
And well, before we go over the last one, you said we'd rate the pseudo legendary.
Yeah, pseudo legendary.
We got Dragonite, who is a total bitch to get at legit. Because you can only find I'm Dratini in the wild at level 15, and And Dragonite evolves into Dragonite at level 55. Just use the rare candy. Use from the same note. Or get it up to that level. Oh, you do not want to sit through tedious grinding. After that, what? Okay, what do we get? What do we rate a Dragonite? Yeah, same. Yeah, the Almighty. Well, a Matt S. It's destructive if it's a psychic type. It's a fucking psychic type.
Yes, I drove around this guy
You with the highest stat total in the game of 680, which would go on to become on the stat total for legendaries, for box legendaries. Mewtwo is you're not trying to catch this thing legit. It can recover or use Swift, if Barrier, or oh boy, Psychic. Yeah, just use your Master Ball. Assuming you didn't want to use abuse glitches. This is what you save it for in yellow. Especially if you're playing yellow. Is it obvious? This thing is awesome. 10. We both give it a 10. And now with that out of the way, with everything out of the way, the Elite Four, you start the match. The round. The Elite Four, or you must fight. How does it work? How does the Pokemon League work? To fight 4 trainers in a row, then face then you fight the champion.
No shots.
So better.
Everything you have, your interact coming in, and your Pokemon items you got it.
True. Starting out with Lorelai, who gave me so much shit.
Lorelai is ironically the hardest to beat for.
Well, assuming you weren't using rare candies like me. When I used to play this on PlayR.
Lorelai is a pain in the ass.
It's having Pokemon that'll stall all. They'll either stall you or freeze you to death. Oh, your rating for Lorelai. I give Lorelai a 6. Next up is a very iconic member of the Elite Four, Bruno, the fighting master. The fighting master Bruno. Correct?
Yep.
He's got 2 Onyxes, is Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, and a Primate and Machamp. And if you have a Psychic type, well, this is easy. But it's thanks to the anime that people remember Bruno.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy who beat an Onix with his bare hands, and to show his strength. And give him a 10. Yeah. Then, this old bitch, itch named Agatha. Who has an interesting history, was an interesting in backstory. She was once Oak's childhood friend, and or she puts it, that man was tough and handsome. But now he wants to fiddle with his Pokedex. She's a ghost type trainer, psychic type once again. Dead.
Basically, her team is just
Haunter, 2 Gengar, 2 Gengars, a Golbat, and an Arbok.
no Haunters.
Nope.
Four of those.
5. Yeah.
2 and 1 of the That's 4.
Oh yeah.
She's got 3 Gengars.
No, I'm pretty sure there was a Haunter as well.
Yeah, she has a Haunter, 2 Gengars.
An Arbok. Overall, all I do to Agatha a backstory.
How can we tell?
Same here. You want to find, you see more detail? Someone download the fan game. Download the fan game Generation 0. Oh yeah, I know. Call me cheap, but please do. And finally, you reach who would have been who was the champion. Well, before anyone, Lance, and the only dragon, the one of the mythical dragons in type. And once again, if you have Ice Beam, it is fucking easy. However, Lance is I fucking love this guy. And if you're down on the internet, you're probably aware of Twitch Play is Pokemon beating Lance. With a Venomoth via exploiting. Thing is, it had barrier. And the Venomoth and ATV, the Venomoth, disable Hyper Beam. And so, Lance gets a 10. So what? So yeah, you're the champion. Congrats, you're the new champion. Or you don't leave. Or that's what I'd say. Thing is, there's one more or trainer after me. His name is Blue. He came here before you. He beat the Elite Four, or he came here and beat us before you. He's the real champion. He's the real Pokemon League champion. That's right. The final battle. Still something that hasn't been done since. And while the fight is tough as hell, Blue has a variety of Pokemon at his disposal. He'll always have Pidgeot. Right on the Alakazam, but depending on your starter, will have a balanced team. It will grass, fire, and water. Either an Exeggutor or Gyarados. Gyarados. Arcanine. Gyarados. Arcanine and Gyarados. Either way, the fight is tough. However, as many glitches I've discovered, Blue wasn't in the after this. You were supposed to fight one more trainer, who was even tougher than Blue. Who was that? Yep. Thanks to a glitch, which people haven't discovered. Professor Oak was the real champion. And don't fall asleep. Yeah, something in that wouldn't be replicated till. The thing with the Professor being the champion wouldn't be fully realized till Gen 7. Till Sun and Moon. Moon probably has a 9. But Blue, we already rated him with a 10. So, with that being said, however, we still haven't. We actually, that's not even in the gameplay itself. Correct? Yeah. The gameplay, those were just the reason why these videos were so. This has been really long, was to get the short stuff out of the way. Well, so most of these have been very high ratings, for the most part. But what about the gameplay itself? Well, I mentioned how the game is really slow. Oh, you have limited. It have a limited inventory. The psychic types are too prevalent. Oh, and you can't even see your experience. And the games have aged really bad. Haven't really aged well. The gameplay really gets a 5. But what about the music? Yeah, graphics will be part of the score, the rating system. Since it's a little unfair, ain't it? And the music, it kind of gets the tracks themselves are great, but the actual composition could be better. Correct. And with that, the music gets a only a good rating of 7. Dude. Yeah, correct. So with that being said, if I doing the math, Pokemon Red and Blue get we're scoring. What?
You're scoring the goal. You're not doing it.
Okay. All right. The game. Well, the games haven't aged well. Oh, and I don't come back to them often, if at all. Overall, they're just for a first installment. Well, I can only say that they're kind of mediocre. I hear you Gen 1 fags. Come at me. But still, Gen 1 is definitely a rocky start. And suffers from first game syndrome. Where it's something that can be improved upon. Subsequent in sequels. Hey, don't fall asleep. However, this is only, we're not, one half of the video. Dude, get out of my bed. Yeah. Well, this is of the review. This is part 1 of the review. Because we still have Pokemon Yellow to cover. And trust me, it won't be as huge. So, that being said, I'm Nozran. Bonjour.